I'll be talking on learn leadership. Learn leadership. Okay, it's the law called the law of be, do, and have. The law of be, do, and have. That is, there's somebody you need to become in order to get what you want. And there's something you need to do so that you can get what you want. So for you to be able to do what you need to do to get what you want, then there is somebody you must become. So these three things, be, do, and have, they go hand in hand. You cannot do until you become, and you cannot have until you do something. So the law of be, do, and have. And the truth is, you cannot be who you need to be to get what you need to get without leadership. And that's why leadership comes into play. So I have good news for you this Monday morning. And the good news is you can become who you need to become, so that you will be able to do what you need to do to get what you desire. I'm telling you, you can get what you wish for. You can get what you want. You can get what you are dreaming about, your desires. You can have them all, if only you will be who you need to be, so that you can do what you need to do to have what you need to have. And that leads us to leadership. Leadership. So for you can learn leadership. You can learn leadership because leadership can be taught. Leadership can be taught, and you can learn it. You know, there are leadership gurus, those that major on teaching leadership, dead and alive. One of them was late Dr. Miles Monroe, taught leadership. Dr. John C. Maxwell is still alive. He also is teaching about leadership, and that's to tell you that leadership can be learned. You can learn leadership. People, they always think, okay, great leaders, they are born. No, great leaders are not born, they are made. Only leaders are born, but great leaders are made. Those people that knows that they are born as a leader, they take themselves through the training, they sit down, they learn, they lay their hands on the material they need to lay their hands on, so that they can know how they need to behave themselves as a leader. Those are the people that emerge as a great leader. So all are born leaders, but not all are born as good or great leaders. Great leaders are made. I, JohnDee, one of the scope of my calling is to teach people, to bring people up, those people that are down, those people that have been relegated by the society to the ground, drug addicts, those that are abusing drug, all kind of drugs in their hand, and those people are they have their life is falling apart. Those are the kind of people that I'm sent to bring them together, to cleanse them, to wash them, to teach them that there's still something great about them. That though their life is falling apart now, there's still hope in their today. That there's still hope in their tomorrow. That there's still hope in their future. And for them to be able to see that, they need good leadership. And if you belong to that category and your life is falling apart now, you're doing drugs and all of that, and you don't know what to do, you think you're not going to be worthwhile in life, you're not going to achieve God's purpose for your life, the good news I have for you is you can. You can. What you just need is good leadership. You need somebody to teach you. You need somebody to direct you. You need somebody to tell you, to teach you how to get out of that mess that you are in. And if you know that you really need help, you can call me or chat me up on the number I called out, 0903961653, so that I can help you. I'm here to help you to get out of that fix that you are in and set you where you are supposed to be, because there's something great about you. There's something wonderful about you. You are wonderful and fearfully made. You have a purpose. What you just need is somebody to teach you, to help you to realize that. So you need leadership. You need leadership. Leadership is all that we need. Leadership is all that we need. Leadership is all that we need. And when we talk about leadership are the two categories. And the first one is self-leadership. The second one is leadership of others. first one is self-leadership, and the second is the leadership of others. So when I talk about self-leadership, that's the ability to lead yourself towards the fulfillment of God's plans and purpose for your life. Your ability to lead yourself to the fulfillment of the plans and purpose of God for your life. It is your ability to lead yourself to that point that you will discover the gifts, the talents, the potentials that are placed on your inside, and also developing them in using it to bless others. So that's what self-leadership is all about. Now, leadership of others. This is your ability to help others to discover God's plans and purpose for their life. This is your ability to help others to come to terms, to get to a point that they will discover the gifts, the talents, the potentials on their inside. Because there is no man on the earth that is born empty. We are all born with potentials. We are all born with gifts. We are all born with talents. But the problem of people is they don't know how to discover it. They don't know how to develop it. They don't know how to use it to make the world a better place. So leading others is your ability to get people to that point, and they will discover what they are born for. They will discover the gift, the talent, the potentials that they have, and they exploit it, they use it, they develop it in helping others. So in simple terms, leadership of others is the ability to get people to do self-leadership so that they can help others to also do self-leadership. Now, from the simple definition that I've given, you can see that self-leadership comes before the leadership of others. Because trying to lead others without first leading oneself will bring about damage. It will wreak havoc rather than good that leadership is supposed to do. Because trying to lead others without leading oneself is like putting the cart before the horse. And both the horse and the cart, they are going nowhere. They are going nowhere. They will all end in the pit. So that's why self-leadership is the first thing that must be put in place before anybody anywhere will try to lead others. So without leadership, without self-leadership, havoc will be created. It will. And I want us to know that everything rises and falls on leadership. Everything rises and falls on leadership. Nothing moves without leadership. Nothing increases without leadership. Nothing changes without leadership. See, in your life, in any aspect of your life, you are looking for change, and it seems as if the change is nowhere to be found. It's because there is no leadership. If there is leadership, there will be change. Nothing changes without leadership. Nothing improves without leadership. Nothing advances without leadership. Nothing develops without leadership. In fact, nothing multiplies without leadership. So what you need now is leadership. Firstly, self-leadership, and secondly, your ability to lead others. So everything rises and falls on leadership. And now, the success of a follower cannot be greater than the success of his leader. The success of the follower cannot be greater than that of the leader is following, except if the follower is a leading follower, except the follower is a wise one that knows how to leverage on the leaders, great leaders that are out there, not only focusing on the leader is following, but is able to leverage on other great good leaders out there. But the truth is, whosoever you follow, you become, and you cannot be greater than your follower. No, a servant cannot be greater than his master. It is good, it is possible for a follower to be equal to his master, but the follower can never be greater than the master. So if you are a follower of somebody, of a leader, you've got to learn to be a leading follower. A leading follower. Now, what are the characteristics of a leading follower? Number one, a leading follower willingly chooses who to follow. A leading follower willingly chooses who to follow. And you know, for you to say you want to follow somebody, you are saying, okay, I believe in this person to bring out the best in me. I believe in this person to get me to the point that I will discover the plans and purpose of God for my life. I believe in this person to bring out the best in me. I believe in this person to get me to the point that I will discover the gift, the talent, the potentials of my inside, and also to develop them and also to use them. That's what brings you to the point of saying you want to follow somebody. And for you to say you want to choose a person to be the leader, to be the person that you follow that will bring out the best in you, you must do that willingly. You know, people may be, they may be kind enough to say, okay, we want to advise you. They may be kind enough to say, okay, I want to help you to discover your plans and your purpose. I want to help you to get to a point that you will explore the gift that God has given you. Fine, but nobody must force you to submit to them. Nobody must force you to follow them. You must choose who to follow willingly. Why? Your life, like I said earlier, can never be greater than the people that you are following. So you must willingly choose who to follow. You know, and before you even choose who to follow, you must examine critically the life of that leader that you want to follow. Because you say you want to follow somebody, you want to entrust your destiny into the hand of that person. And the onus is on you to think, to ask questions about the person's values, the person's beliefs, his notions, to inquire about the person's character before you submit to that person. So you must not be forced to follow anybody. You must choose who to follow willingly. Your life cannot be greater than the person you follow. And why? You know, who you follow, you listen to on a regular basis. You know, sometimes when I hear people say, oh, JohnDee, I'm following you, I'm like, do you listen to my program every morning? I release videos every now and then on YouTube. Do you follow my videos? So who you follow, you listen to on a regular basis. You know, who you follow, you unconsciously imbibe his values. Before you know it, you find yourself talking or behaving like him. So who you follow, you know, he has the capacity to speak the words of authority into your life, and that's why you must carefully select who to follow. You must carefully select who you want to submit your life, your destiny to. You know, who you follow, you know, his reality will become your reality. His impossibilities will become your impossibilities. Why? Because you will never see him do something possible in that area. And you know what? There's an adage that says 1,000 words is nothing compared to one demonstration. We learn most when we see it done. And when you are following a leader that cannot get anything done, I'm telling you, you will be limited. And that's why you must consciously and intentionally choose who you want to follow. So a leading follower will willingly choose to follow. Don't allow anybody to coerce you. Don't allow anybody to force you to say, by thunder, by fire, you must follow me. No. This is your life. You've got to live it. Don't live another person's life. So choose willingly who to follow. Choose willingly who to listen to. Choose willingly who to read their writings. So you must be selective, because your life can never be greater than the person that you are following. And number two, a leading follower will choose a leader that is greater than him. If you really want your life to change, if you really want your life to develop, you want your destiny to move forward, you need leadership, right? But you must choose somebody that is greater than you. You know, somebody that is greater than you in wisdom, somebody that is greater than you in understanding, somebody that is greater than you when it comes to values, somebody that is greater than you when it comes to vision, somebody that is greater than you when it comes to experience, somebody that is greater than you when it comes to influence. You see, the greatest evil that can befall a follower is to be following. It is to be following a leader that has stopped growing. A leader that has stopped growing. Why? Because the moment the leader you are following stops growing, your own growth will be retarded. So you must choose somebody that is greater than you. So